Prepare questions for your interviewers. Indian Administrative Service interviews require good preparation and confidence. Even some coercion too. If you are not prepared. No refusal, no standby, but you are barely home free. The offer letter means you are qualified. The interview is where you contest. This is a comprehensive list, and by going through these questions, you will be able to approach your IAS interview with a good idea of what to anticipate. To start with, let us revise the top 15 IAS interview questions, which are asked most often. Go through the following questions which will help you to crack the interview. Top 15 IAS interview questions. Question 1. Tell me about yourself. Speak about yourself like name, qualification, and previous job profile, etc. Question 2. Tell me about your strength and weakness. This question will help to buff your skills. Firstly, recognize your strength and tell about your experience, skills, knowledge, and abilities. Then when you are going to tell you about your weaknesses, you must answer positively. For example, you can tell like you hate lying, disloyalty, etc. Question 3. Give a brief description of your hobbies. You have to talk about the hobby, so you must think well about your hobby and then give an answer politely. Question 4. In the next 5 years from now, where do you wish to see yourself? Do not forget that you are there to connect to that organization. Your plans must be structured as you are going to connect to the organization for a long time and show your commitment to the interview. Question 5. What did you learn from your blunders? Answer in this way: everyone makes mistakes, but there are only some people who really realize their mistakes and do not repeat their mistakes. I am also one of those persons. Question 6. How much hard work have you done on your UPSC knowledge last year? You must have to incorporate improvements that can be mentioned as positive self-improvements and also show your fancy in learning by listing hobbies that are non-work related. Question 7. Why did you leave your previous job? You may answer like this: you did not get a good chance to prove yourself, or you want to countenance a new challenge. Show your attentiveness in the job profile for which you are giving an interview. Why do you want to join civil services? Answer this question is asked for checking your earnestness and your inclination. Interviewers get a good idea about the frame of mind of the applicant by scrutinizing his response. Question 9. If you were the collector or superintendent of police of Ajmer, Rajasthan, what would you do after the bomb blast in the city? Some contextual questions like this are asked by the interviewers to examine your presence of mind. So, you must evolve a logical and foreseen thinker mind to countenance the IAS interview. Question 10. What are your goals? Speak about your aims and goals of life, what you desire to do after becoming an IAS officer, what alterations you want to do to the national environment, and how you will manufacture them. Question 11. Why did you choose civil services as a career? I selected it for 3 reasons: to bring the change I desire to see in the world, the job offers the likelihood of huge satisfaction, and the assortment of job assignments. Question 12. How should one evaluate oneself before deciding to choose civil services as a career? If you have a deep longing to serve and you derive contentment from non-monetary incentives, this is the precise path for you. Question 13. What happened when the will was invented? The applicant who got selected answered: it caused a revolution. Explanation: the applicant used pun and personification figures of speech to devolve eccentric answers. The answer has 2 levels to it, wherein prima facie, it devolves the basic function of a wheel, which is to revolve. On an intense level, the invention of the wheel guided to the basic foundation of mechanics causes a revolution, changing the world and technology as we know now. Thus, the argument of revolution also stands true. Question 14. You are going in your car on a wild, stormy night, it is raining laboriously when suddenly you pass by a bus stop, and you see 3 people waiting for a bus. An old lady who appears as if she is about to die, an old friend who once saved your life, and the perfect partner you have been contemplating about. Which one would you choose to offer a ride to, knowing very well that there could only be one passenger in your car? The applicant, who cracked this interview with this question, said he would give the car to his friend and tell him to drive the old lady to the hospital, while he waits at the bus stop with his perfect partner. Question 15. What if one morning you woke up and found that you were pregnant? I would be very happy, take a leave and celebrate the good news with my husband. Explanation: this was asked to test how the applicant reacts to some shocking news. In short, such answers show your positive bent of mind to the IAS interview team. And last but not the least, things to consider while going for an IAS interview. Prepare answers for IAS interview questions. Practice the IAS interview questions. Dress appropriately. Prepare and practice. Prepare questions for your interviewers. That's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. I am a learner.